The ongoing discoveries of prehistoric cave art continue to captivate researchers and challenge our understanding of early human cultures in profound and exciting ways. Each new find opens a window into the artistic, spiritual, and social lives of our ancestors, highlighting their creativity, complexity, and ingenuity. One of the most groundbreaking discoveries in recent years emerged from Indonesia's Sulawesi Island, where a newly uncovered cave painting may be the oldest known example of visual storytelling. This hunting scene, featuring human-like figures and native animals, offers far more than just aesthetic value. It suggests that early humans had already developed a sophisticated understanding of narrative and symbolism and a deep connection to the natural world. The figures in the artwork appear not merely as hunters but as characters in a drama, revealing an early grasp of plot, emotion, and perhaps even myth. Such complexity suggests a cognitive leap forward, blurring the lines between survival-driven expression and artistic aspiration. These revelations are not confined to a single region. Across the globe, prehistoric cave art continues to yield insights into how early humans thought, worshipped, organized society, and viewed their place within nature. In Bulgaria, the Mura Cave stands as a striking example of such insight, with its walls adorned by vivid depictions of deer, goats, and long-extinct species like the woolly rhinoceros, rendered in red, black, and white pigments. These animals were not merely sketched, they were brought to life with careful strokes, proportions, and movement. These images serve as both artistic achievements and historical documents, illustrating the animals that shared the Ice Age world with early humans as well as the symbolic weight these creatures likely carried in their spiritual or ritual lives. The aesthetic value of the artwork is matched by its anthropological significance, revealing how early humans interacted with their environment, what they feared, what they revered, and how they may have attempted to control or honor those forces through the medium of art. In Spain, a particularly revolutionary discovery has challenged long-held beliefs about the cognitive abilities of Neanderthals. In caves such as La Pasi, paintings dated to more than 64,000 years ago suggest that Neanderthals, once regarded as incapable of abstract thought, engaged in symbolic art-making long before Homo sapiens arrived in Europe. These simple yet deliberate shapes, marks, and figures reveal a mind capable of abstract reasoning and cultural transmission, redefining our understanding of our ancient cousins and forcing a re-evaluation of the evolutionary tree of intelligence and creativity. Further west, in France, the renowned Chauvet Cave, sometimes referred to in translation as Lascaux, contains dynamic portrayals of Ice Age animals that seem to pulse with movement and energy. These animals, lions, mammoths, horses, were not just drawn, they were animated with multiple limbs and varying positions to suggest motion, as if the artists were attempting to create an early form of animation. The sophistication of these depictions suggests not only artistic talent but a spiritual reverence for the creatures shown, possibly reflecting the role of these animals in rituals or cosmological beliefs. Similarly, in the Cave of Hands in Argentina, we find 9,300-year-old handprints left by blowing pigment over outstretched fingers to create a negative space, one of the oldest known forms of stencil art. These prints, often accompanied by hunting scenes, reveal the communal and symbolic purpose behind the artwork. They were likely not individual expressions but collective ones, statements of presence, belonging, and shared identity. They may have served to mark territory, signal group cohesion, or invoke spiritual protection. The technique itself suggests a deep understanding of artistic method and a desire to leave something permanent in a transitory world. In India, the Bhimbetka rock shelters provide an extensive visual timeline of humanity's artistic evolution stretching over tens of thousands of years. These paintings offer a narrative that spans generations, from early depictions of animals and hunting scenes to more abstract symbols and geometrical patterns. The evolution of style and subject matter reveals how art mirrored the development of cognition, spirituality, and community. The shelters themselves appear to have been used for more than just living. They were centers for storytelling, rituals, education, and social gathering, with the art functioning as a key medium of cultural transmission. In Brazil's Serra da Capivara National Park, another treasure trove of prehistoric imagery emerges in the form of more than 30,000 rock paintings, some of which date back nearly 20,000 years. These paintings do more than portray daily life. They hint at celestial understanding and philosophical contemplation. One remarkable image shows a figure seemingly gazing at the stars, suggesting an early interest in astronomy and a spiritual connection to the cosmos. The painted stories stretch across time, depicting not just hunts and family gatherings but relationships with the skies, the seasons, and unseen forces. Portable art adds another layer of complexity to this ancient narrative. Engraved stones discovered in the Nilgiri Hills and other remote regions are small, transportable, and marked with intricate carvings. These artifacts reflect how symbolism was not confined to cave walls or fixed spaces, but was part of a mobile cultural toolkit that moved with nomadic peoples. The presence of similar motifs across vast geographic distances suggests a shared symbolic language or belief system that transcended local communities, hinting at ancient networks of trade, communication, or mutual understanding. These mobile forms of art allowed ideas to travel, providing cohesion among dispersed groups and reinforcing the interconnectedness of early human societies. Efforts to preserve and protect these cultural treasures have grown more urgent as climate change, tourism, and vandalism threaten their fragile existence. In France's Chauvet Cave, for instance, access is now heavily restricted, with a detailed replica created for educational purposes and to prevent the deterioration of the original 14,000-year-old paintings. These depictions of ibex, bison, and other animals are celebrated not just for their beauty but for the technical mastery and spiritual insight they reveal. The artist's understanding of movement, perspective, and emotion is astonishing, providing a window into the soul of a long-lost world. Similarly, Spain's El Castillo Cave features red discs and stenciled handprints dating back more than 40,000 years. These images, primitive yet powerful, echo across millennia, reminding us that the drive to create and communicate has been an intrinsic part of human existence from the beginning. Taken together, these discoveries illuminate the rich tapestry of prehistoric life, showing how early humans were not merely survivors but thinkers, dreamers, and visionaries. The intricate hunting scenes, the symbolic handprints, the dynamic portrayals of animals, all these forms of expression serve as timeless testaments to the resilience, creativity, and interconnectedness of our ancestors. As researchers continue to uncover new sites and decode their meanings, the story of human history becomes ever more complex and deeply fascinating. These ancient works are not relics of a silent past, they are voices speaking across the ages. Each painting, engraving, and artifact offers a glimpse into a world where art was not decorative but essential, an expression of identity, spirituality, and collective memory. Through these visual expressions, we connect with those who lived tens of thousands of years ago, understanding that the urge to make sense of the world through symbolism and creativity is as old as humanity itself. These ancient artworks reveal that art is not a modern luxury but a core part of being human. They transcend time and geography, serving as messages and reflections from the dawn of human consciousness. As we preserve and study them, they continue to shape our understanding of early people, not just their survival, but their emotions, beliefs, and dreams. Each discovery is a powerful reminder of humanity's drive to create and communicate, forming a visual dialogue across time. Prehistoric art marked a shift from instinct to symbolic thinking, showing animals with spiritual significance and scenes that reflected complex social and ritual life. These were not decorations but meaningful acts, often created deep in caves, suggesting sacred purposes. Recurring motifs, like handprints and animal depictions, hint at shared mythologies and spiritual beliefs across ancient communities. Some images, such as half-human, half-animal figures, likely represented shamans or deities, pointing to a worldview where humans and animals were cosmically linked. Patterns and symbols may even reflect early forms of writing or calendars. Ultimately, this art reflects a profound leap in human cognition, blending the spiritual and practical in a deeply meaningful expression of early life.